Hey guys, welcome to That Florida Feelin'. How is everybody this week? Happy Thanksgiving, or happy late Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a great day. Whether you got to see family, whether you got to enjoy the day by yourself. If you worked, I hope it was a great day at work. But I hope everybody had a great day and has had a really good week. Happy Black Friday. I am recording this at about the time most people are probably going out to the stores. So I hope you get exactly what you're looking for. I am more of an Amazon Black Friday Prime person myself, although I haven't really seen anything I want this year, which is kind of strange because normally I have to be told to stop. Thank you to everybody who interacted with the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and all the other pages. Yeah, me and YouTube are still fighting. I don't know. I'm about to give up. Let me know if you actually like the YouTube page. Do you even check out the YouTube page? Like, is this still a thing? I need to know. Thanks to everybody who interacted with the polls and questions. A lot of us apparently don't do Black Friday. If we do, it's online. I appreciate that I'm not the only one who doesn't want to see people out in public. Also, I'm really glad to hear what you guys were thankful for yesterday. Got a lot of awesome answers. Those of you who are working on yourself, you're doing amazing. Those of you who are thankful for things like your family, I 1,000% agree with you. And for your pets, those are your babies, love them. Give them kisses and hugs from me. Mine don't let me because they're buttholes, but that's fine. They're cats. Anyways, guys, I want to say what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for every one of you. You guys have really helped make this podcast successful. I would not still be rambling on about Florida if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we know Florida is kind of a place that everybody wants to go vacation or escape the cold and spend the holidays. I mean, just the entire couple days leading up to Thanksgiving, even Thanksgiving, they had reporters out at Orlando and how the wait times were hours and people were just waiting. And yeah, Florida's really popular. And then it gets even more popular for some reason in the holidays. Not to mention you have the snowbirds and anybody else. But yeah, so Florida actually has a lot of cool stuff to get you into that holiday feel, even when it's 80 outside. Because that's kind of also the appeal of coming to Florida during the winter, is that it's still going to be, somewhere between 80 and 50, and you're still more warm than you would be up north, and there's still no snow. I mean, that's why I live in Florida. So I want to tell you guys about a couple cool things that you can do since December is a couple days away and Christmas is now the next on the list in a month. It is literally the 24th. We have a month, guys. Get ready. I am not. But I want to tell you guys about some fun places for Florida. Like if you want to go get in the holiday spirit or just you want to do stuff with family. Yeah. So the first place I'm actually going to tell you about is something you've heard about. It's actually a small town. And it really fits with this time of year. I'm talking about Christmas, Florida. Christmas, Florida is a little town in unincorporated Orange County, Florida. It's cute. You guys got to go. It has a unique past with a fun name. The area was actually founded by a force of about 2,000 Army soldiers and Alabama volunteers that were sent there to construct Fort Christmas. They did so because they arrived on December 25th, 1837. The fort was one of over 200 built during the Second Seminole War. And this area actually took off. It grew. It wasn't far from what is present-day Orlando. I think it's maybe a 45-minute drive, if I remember right. And but it grew. It also got people came. They settled. A post office opened in 1892. So it's a town now. But Christmas isn't just known for being called Christmas. It's also home to the world's largest alligator-shaped building at just over 200 feet. They also have a Fort Christmas Historical Park, which is the park around like a full-scale replica of what Fort Christmas would have been when they built it. The fort was rebuilt. The scale replica was rebuilt in the 1970s by Fort Christmas Historical Society. And it sits less than 1 mile from where the original fort stood. The fort also has a small museum of artifacts from the U.S. military, Seminole Indians, and pioneer artifacts that date from that Seminole War period. Side note, if you don't remember or don't know about the Seminole War, I've done 2 podcasts on them. The first one and the second one. Check them out. In this museum, though, you can see weapons, clothing, tools, and other items from that area. I'm glad I didn't live during that era. It was just not for me. Now, this park also has a replica of Florida cracker houses and farms built to show rural Florida life from the 1870s to the 1930s. They also have a restored school and its lunchroom. So it's a really cool little area. They've definitely preserved their history. They definitely live up to their name. Fort Christmas Park also has a picnic area, a basketball court, tennis court, baseball fields, and a playground. But what's really cool about this is not only is it Christmas, because it's Christmas, but you also can go to the Cracker Christmas in December. The Florida Christmas Historical Society puts on Cracker Christmas every year. That is just a lot to say. It's a mouthful. I'm sorry. The event is held the first full weekend in December, which actually means that it is December 2nd and 3rd, so next weekend. It's going to have live demonstrations, vendors, crafts, food, just a really fun little celebration, and it really celebrates the Florida pioneers and the history of the Christmas community. The event actually became started in 1977. It was just a small celebration, and it has now grown into the largest event for the Fort Christmas Historical Society. Very fun. Definitely check it out. I was invited to go. Unfortunately, I will be out of town through those days, but I know that Florida Excursionist, Madcap Podcast, they are going to go. And so if you want to hear about it, definitely check out their podcast. Amazing people. Awesome. Really into Florida conservation and nature. Shout out to them. But one of the main draws that comes from the town is that people actually bring their mail there every year in December because they want to have it mailed from Christmas. It can have the Christmas postmarked for their holiday mailings. It's so popular, there's usually a line, and they've had to actually chain down the stamp because people kept trying to steal it. This town is quaint. It's also one of the settings for John Green's 2008 novel Paper Towns. It's really picturesque. It's really cute. It's just outside of Orlando. It's between Orlando and the coast. Definitely need to go check it out. I loved this area, but it's kind of cool to get into the feeling. You're actually in Christmas. So definitely want to check it out. Check out the Christmas Historical Society's Cracker Christmas coming up in next weekend. Definitely one way to get you into the holiday spirit in Florida. The next event that I want to tell you about is one that I love. I have been there numerous times. I lived there. I used to drive through it to go to work. You've probably seen a ton of my pictures about it, and that is the Night of Lights in St. Augustine. St. Augustine definitely holds a special place in my heart, and I love this celebration. This year is actually the 30th year for the Night of Lights, and it just kind of it's amazing. It just grows each year. The downtown is decked out in over 3 million lights that are on every part of the historical district. The light display just started on November 18th, and it runs through January 28th, 2024. The historical downtown does stay open later, so you can see the beautiful downtown lit up. The entire downtown gets in on this. Of course, the main bayfront, Avenida Menendez, is just decked out in gorgeous lights. Definitely the Casablanca and on the bay with their tree and their lights, the Hilton with its wall of lights, Harry's gets into it, but there's lights literally throughout the whole city. Go down Hippolyta, you'll see all the buildings decked out in holiday decor. Go down Charlotte Street, the backside of Casablanca, and all the little bed and breakfasts are just gorgeously decorated beautifully. If you go down St. George's Street, you'll see tons of decorations and lights. And they even sometimes do fake snow towards St. Augie's Draft House at the end of St. George's Street towards the city gates. I can't recommend this enough. It is so much fun, and it gets you in the holiday spirit. But you're probably wondering, why put millions of lights on a town? Well, the tradition actually comes from the Spanish heritage, when it was the practice of displaying a white candle in the windows during Christmas holidays. The candles in the window are meant to show that the people who had the candles were allowing room for Jesus in their hearts, since Mary and Joseph couldn't find room in the inn. So it's kind of symbolizing hey, there's room here. And it's kind of cool. That's kind of a really cool tradition that they've kind of recreated and upheld with millions of twinkling lights, although I would never want to pay that electricity bill. You can enjoy the lights from the trains and the trolleys. You can walk through the city. You can drive through it. I don't recommend driving through it. Traffic is insane. Good luck with parking. Get there early. Don't forget about the parking garage. But another cool thing is you can also see it from boat rides. There's a lot of tours that offer boat rides right now through the Matanzas Inlet under the Bridge of Lions, and you can just see the whole city lit up. And it's awesome. Another cool way to see the lights, though, is maybe learning about the history of the town as you walk through the lights on a haunted ghost tour. If you do choose this option, though, shout out I have to give to Beer Hammers off St. George's Street. Go sign up for the haunted pub tour. Ask for Q as your tour guide. You will not be disappointed. You've heard Q on my podcast even recently in the past months. He's the one that can tell you anything and everything about St. Augustine and its haunted past. So that's another fun way that you can walk through and see the lights. Like I said, the buildings are lit up, and there's special displays set up in the center of the Plaza de la Constitucion. It's really early to be speaking Spanish right now. The cool thing about the plaza, though, is they have this massive Christmas tree with gifts around it, and it's a really cool photo for you and your friends and family. But they're just, the trees have lights strung all around them and to them. The gazebo is set up beautifully. You just kind of feel like you're in a wonderland. The city also does have a Christmas parade. The St. Augustine Christmas Parade is going to be on December 2nd this year, so next weekend as well. And a lot of places offer specials. I know Ancient City Brewing does Night of Pints that allows you to get beer and enjoy the lights. You also get a t-shirt. There's a couple hotels that are offering specials and deals. The whole city really just enjoys this time of year. I can definitely say that the city comes alive. A lot more tourists come. A lot more places are full. So if you do go to Night of Lights, parking is going to be tricky. They have set up a Night of Lights shuttle on certain days. The shuttle runs from 1 p.m. to about 11 on certain days. Definitely check your times. But you park in different locations and you're actually shuttled into the downtown area. So definitely want to check that out. Also remember, a lot of people come to see the Night of Lights. If you're going to make a reservation, make it now. If you're not going to make a reservation, be prepared to wait. Be nice. The people are doing the best they can to serve you and to help you. So please just have your patience as you go visit St. Augustine and their Night of Lights to get into the holiday spirit. The next thing I want to talk to you about is one that I've been to. It's fun. It's amazing. It's definitely family oriented. And that is that you can join Mickey at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas in the Magic Kingdom. It's a fun event. I loved this event. The event is held in November and December of every year on certain nights in the theme park. Of course, there's a parade, character meet and greets, dance parties, you can ride the rides, and of course, there's free treats. This event actually started in 1983. It has been going on since. The event is, it's so much fun, guys. You ride the rides, you meet the characters, you get the goodies. They've changed it up over the years. It used to be Wishes Fireworks. Now it's Frozen Holiday Surprise. And you can see Totally Tomorrowland Christmas Show that takes place on the Tomorrowland stage. And it has a few different characters teaching Stitch the meaning of Christmas. This is one of my absolute favorite shows. I love it. They're trying to teach Stitch about Santa. He just doesn't quite get it at first. And my favorite line from this one is, "Santa's a snitch?" I love it. But I love Stitch too. He's one of my favorite characters. But Mickey's Very Merry Christmas is so much fun. They have stations set up with cookies and hot chocolate. They also have certain goodies available for purchase during these party hours. You can go now. It's going on through December 22nd on certain nights. The tickets are available on Disney website. The whole park is just decked out in holiday decorations. You can find Christmas merchandise on full display at the Emporium and other places. And it's really a fun way to get into the holiday spirit. But also, it's easier to get on the rides. We went, and I am not one to wait for rides. I'm not going to wait an hour and a half in a line to ride a roller coaster that lasts for maybe a minute and a half. I'm just not. But if you wait till the fireworks start and you run, there is no line for the Snow White roller coaster. Yeah, seriously. And Haunted Mansion also clears out pretty well too during the fireworks. So just a heads up, if you're going, maybe check out the rides. And we actually saw the fireworks from the roller coaster. So it was a really, really cool kind of event to go to. And it definitely gets you in the holiday spirit. Now, like I said, Florida doesn't always seem Christmassy at times because it can be 80 on Christmas. And there's palm trees. And I know we've all seen the meme about putting lights on palm trees. Don't do that. We know what it looks like. If you don't know what it looks like, Google palm trees with Christmas lights. You're either going to be slightly offended or hilariously that's going to make your day. But West Palm still gets in the spirit. They still decorate. They still make it feel Christmassy. And you can actually go to West Palm and you can gather around a 35-foot Christmas tree made entirely of sand. That's right. You can go visit Sandyland. Sandyland is on West Palm Beach waterfront, and it has this massive tree and all the decorations around it. The area has music and light displays nightly. You can have fun. There's a glow-in-the-dark mini golf. There's sand sculptures. It's a really cool way to enjoy the waterfront and to really get into the Christmas spirit in South Florida. But maybe you don't want to see a 35-foot tall Christmas tree. That's just not for you. Fine. Go to Santa's Enchanted Forest. It's in Miami. It runs until January 7th, 2024. And it's a really fun little, I'm going to call it like a fair, almost. It's a park. It opens at 5. There's games, rides, shows, food. And the whole park is decked out in holiday decorations. It's fun and games. You can stroll down Mistletoe Lane. You can sing Christmas karaoke. You can see South Florida's tallest Christmas tree. So it's really kind of fun, and it's something to do for the kids. It's not just walking around looking at Christmas lights and the kids are bored. No. There's Santa, there's fun, there's food, there's games. It's really kind of an outdoor family fun event. And because it's at 5 p.m., it's cooler. You're not sweating to death in the sun. And it kind of just makes you feel a little bit more like the holidays. I get it if you're not in South Florida. South Florida is not for everybody. It's also really far down there if you don't want to drive from, say, Gainesville. But don't worry, there's something closer. How about Tampa? Actually, St. Pete. So if you're near Tampa, you can always drive the 30-45 minutes to St. Pete to visit Enchant. This is a really cool annual holiday spectacular that actually is held in Tropicana Field. They take the field down, and you can actually walk on the part where they play baseball, and you walk through light mazes, and there's a winter village to buy presents, and you can go ice skating. You can have a beverage to help you enjoy the evening if you're just not a people person. You can even have your photo taken with Santa. It's fun. It's indoors. It kind of gives Tropicana Field a whole new atmosphere. I have not been to this one, but I've had a lot of people go, and apparently this is a really fun one. I think that it's really cool that they're using Trop Field for something else, not during baseball season, and it just kind of gives a whole new vibe to St. Pete. It really definitely gets you in the holiday spirit because you're in the building, and this is all you're seeing, and it really does make you feel Christmassy. Side note, if you're in St. Pete and you're at the Tropicana Field, go across the street and go to Ferg's. It's a sports bar. You won't be disappointed. Just wanted to tell you that. Key West also gets in the fun with Harbor Walk of Lights. Harbor Walk of Lights is this massive light display that includes Christmas trees, boats, buildings. Everything is decked out in lights. It's just kind of an overall holiday theme for the entire town. Now, a lot of towns in Florida really get into the Christmas spirit in their own way. They have boat or golf cart parades, in addition to the normal Christmas parades, and of course the decorations are up. I know a lot of towns do like a boat gala, regalia, and golf cart parades. It's kind of a fundraiser to raise for kids or food or, for the homeless. So it's really kind of a cool way. And honestly, seeing a boat parade with just boats decked out in Christmas lights is kind of definitely a unique Florida holiday thing. And it's absolutely really one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And you really will be amazed at how creative people can get when decorating for Christmas. Fort Lauderdale has a 12-mile boat parade on December 16th. The Palm Beach Boat Parade out of Jupiter is next weekend on December 2nd. And the Jacksonville Light Boat Parade on the St. Johns River is actually this weekend. It's tomorrow on the 25th. So like I said, a lot of people are already getting into the holiday spirit. And a lot of towns do something for Christmas. You can find displays, fun events. Santa will be hiding somewhere in most Florida towns. Now, the cool thing I liked about where I lived in Clearwater was because the botanical gardens, the Florida Botanical Gardens, had a light event every year with Santa and their massive light displays through these botanical gardens, and it was just gorgeous and beautiful, and it really got you kind of in the holiday spirit. Another town near Clearwater, Largo, they used to have a small fair near the library that had like holiday stuff. They would have like a Ferris wheel and food and fun, but they would have a huge light display in the Largo Park, and they would have chalk decorating like drawings on the sidewalks, and it was just kind of a cool, fun family thing that kind of got you into the spirit. But Christmas in Florida can be a lot of fun. Yes, it's warm. No, you don't always get to wear the sweaters and the boots, depending on what part you're in. Although I will say it was freezing on Christmas Day in the Panhandle. So, if you want a cold Christmas, go to North Florida. If you want to feel Christmassy while wearing your Hawaiian shirt, maybe stay south of Orlando. It really just kind of depends on what you're into. But I will say Christmas in flip-flops and sitting on the beach is definitely its own kind of that Florida feeling Christmas fun. Definitely want to check it out, guys. And of course, remember that while you're in Florida, you're going to find tourists, families, locals. Everybody's enjoying Christmas in the different parts of Florida. Watch out for the wildlife, guys, but also watch out for Florida Man. Florida Man be doing Florida Man things. Today's Florida Man actually comes to us from St. Pete. Florida Man offered undercover female officer a hamburger in exchange for oral sex. That's right. He's going to pay with a hamburger. The man thought the woman was a prostitute and apparently offered her a burger. And apparently this burger was not good enough. They didn't say what kind of burger. I mean, hamburgers are expensive these days. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, so Florida Man just thought that he could hand out a burger and get some. He was obviously wrong, and he picked the wrong person. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you found some new things to explore during the holidays. I will be the first to admit that sometimes when it's 80, it doesn't always get me into the holiday spirit. But going to these events really do kind of help spread the cheer. Again, thank you so much for listening. You guys are simply amazing. If you have a second, I appreciate a review. I did get another review on Apple. Thank you to whoever did it. There's no comment, so I can't say thank you to the person themselves. But I really appreciate it. It just helps boost the podcast as well as the ones on Spotify. Check out the social media pages. I always do like a poll on sometime in the middle of the week. I'd like it to be on Wednesdays. Sometimes it doesn't always make it on Wednesdays. But don't forget to check that out. Share your memes. I think it's so much fun, guys, to see those. Drink water, wear sunscreen, and as always, guys, that's your daily dose of sunshine. Hey, guys, did you ever want to try something that is just distinctively Florida? Or what about the taste of Florida, like the true essence of Florida in a drink? Then you need to try Black Coral Rum. It's like capturing the Sunshine State in a glass. But Black Coral Rum just isn't any rum. It's not your average rum. It's actually a celebration of Florida's vibrant culture and history. So with each sip, you're going to be transported back to orange groves, swaying palm trees, and it's going to be as smooth as the sand beneath your feet, whether you're drinking the white rum, the spiced rum, or the black rum. But what really makes this rum special? That's the dedication of the locals who craft it. It's made by those who share a deep love of Florida and only use in Florida ingredients. So, if you're looking for something that is distinctly Florida, then look no further than Black Coral Rum. Where do you find Black Coral Rum, you ask? You're going to find it at their distillery in West Palm Beach. Their distillery is Steel Tie Spirits. Can't make it to West Palm? That's okay. Check out their website, steeltiespirits.com. And trust me, you're going to sip on this and you're going to think nothing but Florida.